Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Air Tycoon Online 3. This is probably episode 14, though knowing me, I'm probably off by one. But yeah, anyways, today is going to be a shorter episode. I've not got much to do, but one exciting thing has happened, and that is that the longer range um, aircraft have finally come out, basically. Um, there are now 9,300 kilometer range Boeing aircraft, and that is a very, very nice thing indeed, because that will allow me to stretch my routes out to places like China and Korea, where obviously that wasn't previously possible, and that pretty much unlocks a lot of really, really nice routes. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of routes which are a bit too far, um, but now there are also a lot of great routes which are in range, such as Hyderabad and Bengaluru, which are available, and there's even more great routes available on the United States side of this equation. Um, Another thing that has happened is there are now two London airports, so that's also really nice indeed. So, um, yeah, one of my least favorite problems in Air Tycoon Online 3 is since you can only have one hub, if for whatever reason that hub is full and there's no slots, then there's actually really nothing you can do, and it's kind of boring in my opinion. So I'm very happy that. Whoops, what am I pressing? I'm very happy that so far through most of my playthrough, the building of new airports has been very timely, so I haven't had to worry about that very much. Um, so yeah, I'm really happy about that. Um, Another thing is now that we have access to like kind of what I would call ultra long range routes, I would say that we finally have access to the most profitable kind of routes in this game, with high ticket prices but still relatively low speaking service costs. Um, yeah, these are typically the most efficient kind of routes in the game, and that's pretty exciting because I do like my efficient routes. So I'm really sad. We're still just a little bit of range short of being able to reach a lot of cities in Japan and things like that. But in due time, we'll get 10,000 range aircraft. Um, in order for us to access all those routes, we'll get access eventually to the 747, which I will, lease in as much quantity as I can, um, in order to, of course, start to make a little bit more money. Like the 747 is a real cash cow in the sense before you have the 747, yeah, you're making okay money, but you play for a while, make quite a few routes, and your profit don't increase much. With 747s, you make just a couple of routes with 747s, and all of a sudden the profit is just rolling in. Like each individual 747 has such a large capacity, um, and because the satisfaction rating for the 747 is so high, even if you decide to crush the seats to minimum, which I don't even think I would recommend because it's kind of hard to fill a 747 even as a stopover with, the smallest possible seating. But, it's still up to you. I think you probably still could and just charge slightly lower prices. Um, that would still work. But yeah, anyways, the 747 is just so overpowered as a lease in this game. I really can't wait till it comes out. Yeah, I'm just look forward to making those really, really high value routes. Now, a lot of good routes also haven't been taken in the sense that London to many large cities is still available. So I'm just gonna look to occupy some of those now. Sao Paulo, as you guys can see, is too far, but I think Lima, no, Lima's even farther. But Bogota is in range, so I might do Bogota. Bogota is not a bad city. Um, yeah, basically, my standards for what kind of route I'm willing to make has really been dropping. Um, I guess there's just not enough unique routes available in this game, in order to, every single one be really great, or something like that. So, yeah, I'm dropping my standards for what kind of route I'll accept, basically. Um, I know Sapporo will grow eventually, but right now it's not really worth it, and Sendai is too far, and so are all these other juicy, juicy cities. Um, But in due time, we'll have the range to reach those cities, so that'll be nice. Um, Hopefully, Chongqing gets an airport soon too. Yeah, I don't know how or when most of the airports build. Like another nice city in Multan does not have an airport yet, and yeah, just I'm just patiently waiting, I guess, because those would be very very useful airports. Now I know routes like London to Dallas are likely to get overlapped, um, and get competition, but whatever. Like if they do, I'm not going to delete the route because the Asia side route is unlikely to get competition, and because routes like London to Dallas and London to Houston are so good, um, I have a feeling that even if they do get overlapped, they'll still be able to make very very good profit. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that I want to have some routes where later on in the game I can go back and look at it and be like, wow, that's a great route. And I just want some really high numbers to appear on my routes list in terms of, uh, profit. So it looks good basically. Because right now my highest profit routes are like, what, like 2K ish? And that's the literal only reason for that, like 2K or whatever, is thanks to, whoops, the only reason for those like routes which are 2K is just because they're one half of a stopover route, which is why you don't ever see any larger numbers like 3 or 4K. Um, while the plane is actually making that much, it doesn't actually appear that way. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like a underwhelming feeling, even though you know your company is making good money. Now this turn, my profit is very low. I know why. Basically, what I was doing yesterday is I found something called the promotion card, which I'd never used before. And I was curious and I asked my friend, hey, have you ever used one of these before? What do they do? Let me see it. These things, I don't even remember how I bought it. But you can buy promotion cards apparently. Um, yep, the first one I bought was not with credits. I somehow bought it with in game cash, like 35,000 in game cash for one of these promotion cards. And then I promoted London just to see what happened, and it increased my profit not very much, but that's because my airplanes were all at 100% occupancy already. So I decided to increase my prices to see if it did anything. And yes, my profit increased, 5 or 6K with increased prices, but it wasn't worth the cost of the card in the first place. And then I forgot to lower my prices back down, so I woke up this morning with very, very high prices and relatively low profit. Like as you can see, all these planes are hovering around 70% occupancy, um, which is a lot, or not very much. And my profit reflected in that I only have 40-ish K profit when realistically this should be around 50K right now. So yeah, hopefully next turn my profit goes back up so you guys can see what I've more actually been kind of dealing with. Um, I'm really running out of routes. I guess I gotta use Qingdao. Um, yeah, I'm slowly running out of routes already. I've only bought 6 of these aircraft. But once I am forced to look for more and more routes, the standards will go down, of course, and I'm sure I'll find many available. Yeah, today was a nice morning because when I woke up, I'd been asleep for a while, basically. Is I found that there was a lot of routes I had, or a lot of cash I had available. I don't know where it came from. I guess that's just what happens when you sleep for a long time. Um, and see, look at how low my passenger count is. That's like 40 or 50,000 lower than normal. Um, yeah, let's see. I'm still fifth, luckily. I can easily overtake these two, but these people seem to be pulling ahead, and they really seem to know what they're doing. Same with this person. This person's got 80 aircraft. He's got to pull ahead of me eventually, especially. Um, like my guess is that he's using right now smaller aircraft to buy and lease more larger aircraft. Um, which of course, if you know me, I think is a great strategy. And it's even stronger once the 747 is released, uh, because with a 747, you're easily able to what am I trying to say? With a 747 being leased off of buying small aircraft is probably one of the most, I guess, powerful strategies in this game. I don't know if that's how I want to describe it, but it's definitely overpowered a little bit. So yeah, why not? We'll just call it powerful. So yeah, just continue to look for more stopover routes. There's just so many available. But eventually, like I am now, I am starting to run out of cities. Like with only one city to make routes off of London, I'm starting to run low. The nice thing is, if I do run low, it's not a big problem. Thanks to what is this? Thanks to the fact that I still have cargo, and cargo in this game has not that much competition for whatever reason. Uh, if we take a look, I own most of the decent cargo routes, and there's still lots of good cities available for cargo, like Glasgow, Oslo, and tons more. Uh, Athens, Cairo, etc., etc., etc. There's tons and tons of cities which are still available for me to make cargo routes to, and all of these cargo routes are additionally moderately to highly profitable. Um, this looks like London to Frankfurt finally has got competition. But other than that, these are all monopolies, and they're all making a high amount of money. As you can see, routes like London to Alexandria are struggling a bit, so you might want to lower the price a bit. But other routes, like almost every single other one, are just making a huge amount of money. Like all these are probably hard capped at 100% for a while. Yeah, just obviously 100%. So probably what I should do is I'm gonna say, if the route price is 100% occupancy, I want to increase the current fare by 5%, let's say, and I believe most of these routes will probably still have close to 100% occupancy, even with a 105% price increase. I expect maybe a 2 or 3% profit increase. So, yeah, just little things, but why not make the extra 2 or 3% when you can, right? Um, Another thing, guys, is I just want to quickly check on our other two worlds. As you guys know, last episode I made a cargo only company, and I also made a um, company which only used expensive aircraft um, instead of my usual cheap, smaller aircraft in combination with larger, least expensive aircraft. So let's just see how these ones are doing. Believe this one is passenger company. So let's just see how it's doing. I think it's probably doing pretty good. Obviously, I haven't logged on for about 18 hours or so. Um, so we have 173K with a net profit of 13K. That's pretty good, to be honest. Wait, no, this is cargo company. Oh yeah, this is cargo company. My bad. Um, Damn, that's a really high amount of net profit. Yeah, so all these routes are full. Most of them can have an increased price too. So if it's full, let's have a price increase of 7. I can see the prices are very low, um, because of the current. Yeah, like look at this. Um, yeah, damn. So this company is actually doing really, really well. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. There's even still great cargo routes available. So let's continue with this and see how this goes. Because this cargo airline is probably high up on the leaderboards. Oh, whoops. It's probably doing decently on the leaderboards. Let me just check. 13th. That's honestly not bad considering I haven't been playing on it. Um, yeah, we've only got like 13 aircraft, but each one is making a lot of profit, to be honest. Are we first on cargo? Yes, we are first on cargo. Yeah, we're very going to quickly hit the next few cargo unlocks too. So this is impressive, to be honest. It is impressive. Um, and because it looks like nobody wants. Oh wait, Chicago to LA is taken. Oh well. Um, Yeah, damn though. I'm very impressed at this company. It's doing quite well. I think its overall value is actually lower, if I were to guess, than the passenger company because I haven't hit that many checkpoints yet. But it seems to be doing well. It seems to be doing very, very well. So I'm impressed by that. Now, because this is, of course, a cargo company and it's only in North America right now, I actually have to make a route. I need to lease an aircraft, passenger aircraft, to make a route to my next hub, I guess, which I'll probably choose as London, because you know me. But so let's do that out. Let's order this. Let's find a way to make a stopover to London. Um, let's do LA to what's a stopover capable city over here that I want to overlap? You know what? Why not New York? And then we can then go to London from that, and London is full. Let me just check London's cargo situation out. Looks like the person taking it is somewhat knowledgeable about cargo, but hmm. Should I do that or should I do something like Frankfurt? No, we're gonna do London. I just have to wait for it, I guess, because there are no slots currently. But yeah, that looks solid. That looks like something I can do. But meanwhile, though, I guess I'll just make all my cargo routes. Um, yeah, I love cargo routes because they're so fit quick. Just you don't even have to change the first term price because the first term price is already set at a good amount. And then I can very quickly um, do my next route, just like, yeah, with a 10-second slot request or whatever it is. It just makes playing this game so smooth. I really wish that it lasted longer. I'm already level 3 in my other world, as you can see, so I think it's 2.5 and 5 minute request timers. Still good to play, but not to the same extent as on this account. So yeah, let's continue with our cargo world here, and now let's check on our other one. I think this would be the other one then. Not sure. Which one did I click the first time? I don't know. We'll find out. Mm, mm. What if this is the one which is already open? Yep, this is the one which is already open, so I must have accidentally clicked that one. Instead of this one, which is opening now. Yep, we know it somehow does. Anyway, but yeah, hopefully this airline is doing well too. That other world seems to be pretty tough because I know 13K is a decent amount of net profit, yet I'm quite a ways off the first few places. I guess being asleep for a long time does not help your company grow. So yeah, as you can see, this company actually has a higher amount of value and a higher amount of cash, but um, oops, wrong tab. But yeah, the net profit is actually lower. Now, I think I do know the reason for this, and that is I have 4 routes using, yeah, decent aircraft with the specific purpose and no other purpose than boosting my passenger count. And I was gonna move them, but I think I forgot. Yeah, I'm almost at 150K passengers now, so I might as well uh, introduce yet another route like that. Um, yeah, basically, I may as well make another route with the same purpose of just boosting passengers just for this one more turn, and then I can switch those planes to try and make as much profit as humanly possible. Let me. How do you reply to this game? Yes. Um. Yeah. So basically, I want to. Ooh, that's a pretty bad rank. This server is even more competitive than the other one. It looks like. Um. People have 41 aircraft already, which is easily possible, of course, especially using smaller ones. But damn. I could be doing a lot better. Oh well. Uh, yeah. So it looks like starting like with larger and more expensive aircraft actually puts you what seems like behind initially, but due to decent profit numbers, I think it's okay. Now, there's no slots in London in this world, um, so I'm actually gonna have a pretty boring turn of not being able to do very much. Um, but I'm just gonna, claim some of the decent. decent stopover routes. I think I ordered two. Hmm. That sucks though, because that means I'm not going to be able to hit my passenger target. Uh, because there's no slots next turn, and I'll have to wait yet another turn after that to do so, which sucks. But oh well. Um, Damn, and we're also really lacking on um, decent landing spots now. Uh, yeah, like we're stuck with using cities which are not as big as I would have hoped for. Um, this is fine though. Like it is London as the middle city, so basically, even though we're not getting a great deal for ourselves now, it's still okay. I don't even think I have enough slots, but oh well, we'll see. I really want to hit the passenger targets, of course, because it'll make this company so much more like value, and then because that value is stored in good aircraft instead of bad aircraft, like the ones in my world with the Caravels, a lot of my value is stored in Caravels, even though Caravel is not a great aircraft, is what I think is one of my downfalls. Whereas in this world, most of my value will be stored in high priced aircraft, which I think will really help with like late game or not mid game, but like profit in about a year from the time of making this video. So yeah, I think if I play it right from now on, I should be able to like actually finish with a higher value than I have in my proper world basically. I still have freaking two DC8s left, but I can't use them because there are no slots available. How many slots are left in London? Like literally none. Okay, so what I can do then is for the rest of my routes, I know I'm not going to hit my passenger targets because of slot restrictions. So yeah, all of these are not max price. I can tell. Yeah, 1.07. So we're gonna say if you are 100% occupancy, let's increase the price by like a fair amount. 12%, I think, is good, and we should see a big hike in our profit. Now, this company is a bit hamstringed by the fact, ooh, my cargo routes. I have cargo routes, so London to Paris, 0.6. I think I can bring that to something like this now for more profit, of course. And my other route, London to Moscow, is already having a proper price, but that's a good cargo route, so I could probably do something like that to maximize the profits. So yeah, this company should see an enormous hike up in profits next turn, and I'm actually just gonna pause this video until the turn overturns so I can show you guys all my new profits.